It's live, it's Ancient. Let's hop over to RHYNO versus Kono on a little bit of Ancient. Let's see what's up here. What are we getting out of this best of 3? So we started. 2-man A setup, you've got a smoke from Icarus being held. Gets contact, drops the smoke, a Molotov that goes behind it as well. Makes things heated for the CT side, at least keeps the 2 players' attention on that A side, while Kono, all in all, start to focus on A. Oh, B side, excuse me, but close enough. One of the bomb sides at least. Crazy does get him one, and with a good flashbang, somehow does manage to survive enough as well to walk away. Well, a couple more fights coming out, and Leafy will take one more for the Glock 18 and start to chase it along. Control is what they want, and that's what they'll get, but not for long, because Captain Kurtka, while he puts down the bomb, spammed from cave, Icarus walks in behind. 1 and 2, a third onto Biryu, and that is a round done. Fairly clean for RHYNO. Sure, there's a bomb plant, but there's only 1 to casualty. And very quickly handled as well. There was no real chance for Kono there. You needed to start from something coming out of that first engagement here as well, where Crazy just gets in and out. A perfect flashbang, everyone affected by it. But he bought a lot of time as well. And it does 1-0. CT side on Ancient, off to a decent start now. Despite a bomb plant, we're not seeing anything crazy. No force by, nothing of the sort for Kono. Such rotations now being made, but second round, there's not anything really for Kono to work with. I like this play. It's just an A contact they're going for. If you manage to get this first kill, there is a high likelihood of getting that bomb plant down. Holding the bomb site, different story altogether, but Captain Kurtka, first one found. Second one also delivered by the Desert Eagle. There now goes that bomb. Like said, bomb plant, high likelihood. But there's no real post-plant position here for that T side besides what they have from Donut. Virgo in sight as well. At least managed to find one. They have forced off his teammate as well from main to start swinging. Well, now Niffy, 1 versus 2. Bomb gets defused. He can't do anything about it. Doesn't want to start spamming through the smoke until round is over, when he almost does take down Icarus, but that's still a good round. 3 kills, a bomb plant. I think Kono's going to be very happy with it. They went into the round with nothing but a couple of pistols and hopes. It'll be better tomorrow, and that's what they get. Immediately into a mid-play. Captain Kurtka leads the charge here. In a red room, Z-Breeze. Down he goes. Not even a sweat, a couple of bullets, 3 in total, and 1 finds the head. Oh no, all the control in the world right now when it comes to mid and both B. RHYNO playing a very reserved setup at the moment. Not really going for information. And even Kono's gone quiet here. Icarus' advanced position toward that A site as well, so they know if something is happening towards A, it should have been already telegraphed. Unless they go through mid, and if not, it's that util on B that will let them know. Change is coming. The CT side, however, they will be staying in this one. And Captain Kurtka, they know he found a kill in mid earlier, might still be lingering, they get contact. And forced into the fight versus 4. Simply impossible. An advantage found. Go quiet. Try to execute then on toward that B side, but I don't know how I feel about it. Going quiet for that long, then throwing that util still to telegraph the play. I don't think it would have really made a difference, but this feels like there's something about the approach. Could have been different, but when you are, again, executing on that B side, it does feel like you need some sort of util, especially for those rotations. Make it a little bit more difficult, but nonetheless. Round done. This one just starting and might also be ending very quickly, but Pereira only good of a 2 for now. Video doesn't see the AK, it's at the edge of the smoke there, but eventually gets it. H8 almost 0 HP as well, but he's still living. Enjoying his life while the rest of Kono for the moment trying to figure out if there's any way to win this round. Hamster might have found the answer. On the A side, a Molotov as well to lock out the rotation for now. Not take a duel or two, but there's that first one, there's that second. One plan for video, but there's not going to be a whole lot more. 600 bucks with a Mac 10. But it's still a RHYNO 4-0 start. A really good one at that. Sure. 3 out of 4 rounds. A bomb plan has come through, but beyond that, right, they've been pretty much in control for Kono. They haven't let them get too out of hand in any case. And all has been good. Even when there has been slightly more weaponry to deal with, even when Kono now have gotten an entry or two as well in these rounds. Hasn't been a lot of issues. Time might as well now call for Kono. Gotta make sure everything's good. So we go into round of 5. CT side looking to keep this clean streak alive, and I like this change as well. More attention when it comes to mid control now, with Kono having found some sort of success there already when it comes to the pistol round in terms of that control. Round of 3, Captain Recortado finding a headshot as well, but those go both ways apparently this time, with Crazy finding one as Zeltovsky just enough to stop Aragorn as well dead in his tracks. Advantage very quickly quelled and removed from that CT side's hands. Nefe now into mid. RHYNO's making rotations. Kono deciding where to go. That's still that lurk toward the A side. Either turns to be a play where he says, calls out to his teammates, come back to A. Or with this kill, might just tempt him to stick around on that B side for a bit longer as well. Video, second one, not finding it, however, but Niffy, flank is here, finds the first, a second up, close, still gets it. There's one more to go. Kono seems like they've finally figured it out. Seabreeze, the last man to survive. And at this point as well, right? I said these rounds have not been really too crazy, right? RHYNO in control of pretty much every single one of them. There's been a couple where the kills have gotten maybe out of hand or somewhat closer, but it's still not felt like Kono have had it until now. But you do see again that impact on economy when it comes to these rounds that we've seen now from Kono. A couple of kills around absolutely will make things expensive. Will make the save very worthwhile as well now for Seabreeze. The financials ain't all that pretty. That one saved weapon might be all they need, although I wouldn't really bet on it, because it doesn't seem like that's really what this following round is gonna do. It doesn't seem like there's gonna be a buy no matter how you really spin this tale. Been crazy, had like 6,500 a saved AK, drops an M4, 2 MP9s, and apparently there is a buy. Fair enough. Bowling with the MP9s and an AWP, let's go. Taking fights. If he blinded, goes both ways apparently, but Pereira comes out for seconds. This time removed. An advantage very quickly and continued by this T side of Korno. Captain Ghost Cup does not want that to end, however, just yet, but will lose his life. For his kill number 6, rotation back toward that A side. Twice now, Korno have decided to make a lurk on A. Again, more and more information given toward that B side. Yet again, frees up all of A, which RHYNO seem to have not realized this yet. But you can't really blame him in a situation like this. 2 versus 4, you stick together, you hope they walk into, you had information on that bomb. And if it doesn't work out, you go for the save very quickly as well. So, not just one of them, make it now 2 in a row for Korno. A very good start when it comes to what RHYNO were showing us now, but give it a couple of rounds. An entry or 2 will go your way. And that's what the mid plays for Korno are now going to be bringing you as well. To which, again, I want to see if RHYNO are going to keep reinforcing that red room. If they want to keep blowing up that smoke, trying their luck. Or is there going to be a different approach, right? It's not like we haven't already seen them jump for the shelf control, fight for it once or twice. But we haven't seen that all-out brawl out of Ancient mid, where a lot of rounds really do start as well. Sometimes even end. Haven't seen that collision of CT and T side forces there just yet in full force. Crazy. All posted. Falls back very quickly as mid control is going to be sought after by the T's now. There's a lot of noise being made. No actual players decided to take the fights just yet. Goes for both sides. Saltovsky thinking about this while Crazy playing whack-a-mole. Losing his life. The CT AWP has now been recovered immediately as well. Makes life a little bit more difficult now as well on the CT side. And again, there's another flank from the T side. This time it's Captain Kurtka. Finds one, confirms the AWP is on the B side. That, I think, is going to be a very quick signal as well. Just go A again. And that is exactly what they're going to be getting up to. There you go. Cleanup crew arrives. Mag 10 only for Pereira. Doesn't seem like there really is anything to do. Alright, the most you could really hope for is to pick up that AWP in CT. To which I and Korno probably will say no, I don't think that's gonna happen. They should be guarding it. As well, on the mini-map, you'll see. Video is moving slightly. Thinking about it, but there you go. Collected the AWP on toward the site, and all is good. The Mac 10 is the only thing that will be saved from this round. If even. Hold on. Hold. Make that an AK. Mission successful. So we move on. Round number 8, we'll see what is happening this time. And finally, we're seeing some sort of collision here in mid. CT's gone aggressive. Captain Kurtka spotted just barely. And with how aggressive, how successful he has been when it comes to mid control so far, that is going to be a big find immediately to stop Kono's default. We'll have to see them divert very, very quickly as well to come or to get out of this, but damage taken. Niffy still finds a very quick headshot. Like in and out of the fight, will look for a second one as well, timing, but does not get it, spamming the smoke. Back to a 4-on-4, a Rhino again. They're going to be staying dynamic, moving around. Playing for this information, trying to figure out where Kono are going. Because this round is unknown territory. This is where mid control has been challenged by the CT side. They successfully took it, or stopped Kono from taking it. And now they're looking for a different sort of solution. Turning to an A play, Rhino, all four pretty much on B. And very slow to actually make any sort of rotation out of this as well for the CT side, interestingly enough. And I'm just wondering if they're gonna stick to the save. And apparently the answer is yes. Economy at an all-time low here for the CT side. They decide it's not worth it to try and attempt a round like this. And there we go. Moving on. From a pretty good 4-0 start to a 4-4 all tied up scoreline now. We'll see what the T side want to get up to now to continue. Right, obviously Rhino, their economy is now an issue, but with that 4-man saving the last round, I think all actually is pretty damn good. Loss bonus has hit max, so as long as one person, if this round ends up being a loss for them, ends up surviving, they can still buy. And they get a fair shot even in this round as well, so let's see. Oh no, immediate change up from last round. They're not going to be challenging for mid control, instead of focusing more on B. Saltovsky again nails it. Same jump, same victim. And the same head that flies yet again. RHYNO needs to stand his ground with the first one found. Molotovs to block him out as well, but not that easy. There's more every single place you look. The CTs and Ds alike. You're putting pressure on the side. Saltovsky is not missing now. One more to go with Seabreeze, 12 HP. An HE, a Glock, anything will do, but it's running in and out of the fight. Saltovsky runs away, Captain Kurtka goes in. Almost a disaster. But Kono taking the 5th in a row now. And it was their timeout that started things off as well. They were down 4-0, take a timeout, 5 in a row now. As Rhino this time, it's them to call for a timeout to figure out what the hell is happening. What can they do? Bring it back. Kurtka, very quick pace here. Avoided the detection of the CTs, though. Crazy's still thinking about it. Still not ready. Smoke deployed, and another one as well. Seabreeze, no excuses. 180'd by Captain Kurtka as the A site falls. Kono, they've picked up pace here now. It seems like that's not going to slow down anytime soon. And 6 picked up for Kono. Looking really damn good now. Right, my question. CT side, if they decided to challenge mid, if it's successful, what happens? If it wasn't going to be successful, what was going to happen? Apparently a change-up was very much in mind for Kono as well. One, if they get shot down in mid, they still win the rounds. Again, it's mid where RHYNO look to make their stand. And almost, oh god, almost caught, I was gonna say, but give it a moment, Captain Recortado will still take down one. May not have been the intended target initially, but it doesn't matter. Sea Breeze has been caught. Captain Recortado, well, he found an opening. RHYNO this time will find one back. Wallbanged and headshotted once or twice already by Zoltovsky. Decides to take at least some of that pain back. Deal it onto Birio instead. It's mid. I was gonna say there was a Molotov. They are gonna be deploying it, and in the corner as well. There's one stuck, but Icarus defends while Crazy maneuvers around it. Will still go for the duel and Amster to take him down. Puts things back at a 3-on-3 here. With information for Kono that mid was a focal point right now for the defense. But a guess can't be made. A B-side attack is coming through. It's not that crazy to say. And Amster, he's the one who looks to open up the defense here. Expecting one at the corner. Isolating the duel here. RHYNO takes her one by one. Now for the T side, however, then one remains. And very quickly stopping Kono in their tracks. Icarus steps up, 3k needed for him. That's round 11 in the bag. Finally managing to stop this T side. Like this. We've already seen RHYNO as well once, anticipating it. This time, a change. As soon as they find it, any sort of success in mid, RHYNO decide it's time to stop that. Right, they've done it 4 times now already where they've pushed it. Kono's gonna expect a change, so why not be the ones to do it as well? This goes the first one. Second headshot quickly delivered. Amster's Heike. Yet again to find some sort of relief in the rounds. But Birio, hello. He's already on A. Another look again that works out. Well, in mid, you've got Amster. Him finding one more with information on Pereira. Leaves the CT side out of the bombs at the moment. But one thing they have going for them. The bomb currently not on the side, had to run over. That smoke will start to fade soon as well. Just in time. Plenty of it as soon as that does it fade. The first kill from Birio's AK. And one more to go. Wouldn't be too much of a question. It was Pereira that they knew was in red room, but they're still thinking about it, and in the end, walks in. Captain Kurt got to take him down, and that is a 7-5 T half. By no means a bad round for Kono. Not a bad half for Kono either. It's their map pick. Sure, started off down 0-4, but last 7 out of the 8. Pretty damn good. And it was that A side where they found a lot of success. It was those lurks through Donut or A main where they managed to find a free bomb site over and over again. Oh, Captain Kurt got... Hello? Double to open it up here, double to bring it back. Finally to make it triple, not trouble just yet, but able to get out of there. Still toying with the fight, still thinking about it. Okay. Chasing. Pereira down and Icarus the last man. Olaf B to himself, bomb goes down and an open bomb plant as well. Smoke is there for him as well to deploy if he wants to. But the CTs have gone quiet. A smoke in a kit makes this very difficult as well for Icarus. Thinking about it. Smoke goes down. Video takes an angle. Walking out. There goes the first Glock spamming and out of ammunition. So damn close. Couple of shots hitting him in the smoke, but Nife survives and even finds him immediately as he's fallen back. What, however, is this opening? CTs appearing in and out of the smokes. Captain Kurtka not even looking the right way, still finds 2. God damn. Quick time might as well. Some issues with apparently Counter-Strike on RHYNO's side. CS just... some issues, but all is good apparently. We should be getting right back into it any moment now. So, Kono, second pistol round in the bag. It's 8-5. They've now got a little bit of momentum as well. But that's not secured just yet, because RHYNO, they are going to try to force play here. They are going to try to win this round and stop that momentum. Dead in its tracks. A fast speed play. Alright. If on long, an M4 by his sides, but way too exposed in the open. Taken down by Icarus. Well, the second man is Captain Dakota to walk on in. Icarus is still on the site. Doesn't let him advance too much further. And a 3-on-3 with the retake here. Crazy. Keep on long. Galil by his side. And a 1-2 spray down is easy. That's the last man. Video. No shot. Smokes the block his way. And one man right behind him. An execution. Delivered by Crazy by RHYNO. Just running on into the site. And this as well, right? That's how it starts. It's Icarus who finds Nife walking a little bit too far. It's not crazy to assume you want those individual duels. You want to isolate as much as you can, but you step into the open, you will be punished. Video. Eagle trying to cook up something. into a round, perhaps, but it's Nife. Second one. An AK picked up, but pretty much the exact same problem, if you want to call it, as RHYNO had at the first half. An A site that's been lost as all of this has happened. As all of this has unfolded, so we continue. A save should be all there is right now for Kono. A bomb plant, now the explosion is all we're waiting for. And round number 7 picked up. RHYNO officially now to try to bring it back. Talking about that momentum as well, right? That Kono might have picked up. Officially now dead. RHYNO. Triple nades, I like it. Some damage, 66 HP remains on Saltovsky. Had he been any more aggressive in the fight, probably not going to be, or would not have been alive to tell the tale. For RHYNO, this round it comes from mid alone. The form of Icarus. You have a Sea Breeze as well in a main. This seems like, again, very similar to what we've seen so far. A default on B, some utility thrown to keep that CT attention there. Make it into a lurk toward the A side, and again, that's where that success will be found. You already start to see as well. Pereira, he's leaning them more towards mid. All they need, some sort of entryway toward that A site that's been granted in that utility. They feel safe. And this round, delivered any moment now. As all of RHYNO decided to walk toward that A site instead. If he waits, holds, bomb makes it across, and all is good. Won't got to be anyone close enough to challenge for any of this, though. One has been lost. Could still be a second casualty in Donut. That would be another weapon picked up for the T side. Or CT, excuse me. But damage seems to be what they're looking for right now on this Kono side. Deal tag. Bomb explosion as well on this map is not nice. So, you get stuck or tagged up even a bit more down in CT. There might be major casualties here, and we'll see. I don't even know if both will survive. And Sea Breeze indeed does get taken down. And so there we go. With things now tied up 8-8. Yet again, 4 in a row for RHYNO to start off this journey on the half. Same as the first. Amster here as well now. Saltovsky joins. It's a fast play for RHYNO and a fast Pickens for the CT side. As everyone's getting shot down here. Pereira, last man stands. Barely survives for the moment, but has picked up 2. Not far off from a third, though ammunition is running out and needs to be very sharp and accurate with his shots. Not hitting, neither was Saltovsky. And now it turns out it has to be a pistol duel while Captain Earthguy just walks in behind. The same start as last half. 4 in a row for RHYNO. 4 yet again, and stopped by Kono. So let's continue. CT side. Easy dealing when it comes to the first kill in mid. A carpet of flames beneath them as they try to walk out. HE as well. The whole barrage goes. Mid control slowed, stopped, and completely denied. Amster making a preemptive rotation right on time, actually, toward that A site. One for the boost. Has to be checked here, but Amster's not really all that hungry for this information. Maybe should have been. Saltovsky wasn't expecting it. Now let's that A site be taken over. AWP as well. Has been picked up here. That's an issue. Now dealt with. And the T side. They're gonna need something here, but Captain Kurtka, my god. That is nasty. 3 headshots. God damn. Even the AWP as well. Everything dealt with beautifully. Now, there's a reason I wanted to talk about this guy. He's really damn good. During the summertime, early fall, when bait were looking really damn good. A lot of it was obviously thanks to the team, but a big part was still played by him stepping up individually in some of those events. Playing a really damn good game, but right now, for round about 19, we started off with mid control for the T side, and they managed to find 2 victims. Okay, gotta be very cautious about his own back as well. Well, Video will be the one to find the information and the execution. One found, I'm not sure actually if the backs were seen, but nonetheless, it's RHYNO stepping very much now onto what that B site. Making no attempt to hide their positioning. There goes one, and if he down. Is that the same man who found the initial flank kill? Because I don't think so. That's crazy. The man is set up in cave, and they'll still have to be cautious about this ramp push as well, but a video is coming in from. No noise being made. There's the first one. Saltovsky walking in from CT, smoke down. There's a second, and a quick shot into the smoke. Signals the end of the round. 11 being picked up now for Kono. And it really is looking like a repeat of that first half. Nothing but pistols right now for RHYNO. This is a decent change-up as well from those last few rounds where that A side, and or not just the last few rounds, but every single round we've seen so far from both teams included, where A main has been the focal point and A side in itself. Saltovsky, a missed shot here, not many of those we've seen. This one costing him his life and the site itself. While fighting for his life, Captain Recortado collects his 20th kill in the game. Bomb goes down, but down, 6 feet under. There's a second good flashbang assistance as well. If he waits, as Kono collected themselves 12. And looking good here. Some arguments for sure can be made in the sense that Kono had those rough starts. RHYNO had it maybe not as well gotten any of those pistol rounds. Well, things might look more like a bloodbath, as it has when we have really gotten started here as well, the gun rounds. Kono in control, and this time again it seems like that's going to be the case unless something crazy does happen. In which, first one is delivered. There you stuck in the corner. Captain Kurt got rotated in as well. What about this retake? There's a man disadvantage right now for that T side. Have to figure it out right here, right now. If not, it's bye-bye to Ancient. Time is ticking low, however. CT side has got to start to move it quickly, and in the corner, Crazy finds the first, the second as well delivered. And this round, it has come to an end. Amster can't find this. No time for the defuse. Last as well, taken down, collecting a couple hundred extra bucks in the bank for him. But RHYNO, very much similar to the first half again. Seeing some parallels here, absolutely, but are they going to bring it over the line here? Are they going to try to get it to overtime? First one. Great opening. Molotov to force out Captain Kurtka. Utility usage is good. More is needed. Aragorn to deliver a second one potentially, but that's the bomb dropped instead. I'll take it about 5, Video. We'll spot more and more of that T side, trying to reclaim control of the round here. And more importantly, that bomb. Hot shots into the smoke. The bomb gets collected. Video has to fall back here. Limited in his ammunition capacity, can't continue to watch the smoke with 7 in the magazine. But yet again, by the way, I didn't even notice. Seabreeze, he's walked through A. I mean, sure, this is Ancient. You do leave that A site unattended half the time. But when both teams are using it this much, I feel like something really needs to change when it comes to the way they handle this. But nonetheless, this round is locked in. No kit on Amster. Maybe he could have tried a ninja defuse if he's feeling real sneaky, but nothing. Does not have it. Does not have a chance. This one turns 10 here. Round of 23 on the CT side. 3 saved weapons. Absolutely means this round can still be a win in their books. Especially if they decided to walk into a couple of these weapons. But pretty much spread around the map. You've got one toward that a main position now tucked in deep. Saltovsky making a rotation with Birgio into mid. So this is where they're gonna try to find a RHYNO. Caught in a rotation, perhaps. Find information. The Orbs moved away. This is finally when RHYNO decided to make a play in mid. The Desert Eagle, though, Nifi needs to be sharp with the Deagle. Finds one. And only the one as he's been shot down. Second one as well removed in Amster. That was one of the weapons they had. Captain Recortado, the next victim to fall. Well, now, deciding which side you want to go to, and another missed shot now for Saltovsky. Should be turning this to 12-11. Not a whole lot of reasons for Birgio to go for this. At least an AK. Upgrade for Birgio if he finds it. Like a little, but no. Okay. Single M4 saved. It's 12-11. CT side, obviously, we're treating this just as a eco round anyways. But overtime is 1 round away. 5 kills. For Corner to close out their map pick of Ancient. 13-11, always into overtime we go, and we're gonna find out which it's going to be. RHYNO, they started off their E side, force buy into the B side. Lost the pistol. Fast B worked out. This time it's not gonna be fast play, but it's still gonna be B-centric, B-focused. Pereira looks for the first one, an opening potentially, but Amsterdam drays it. Captain Recortado has been lost, but more is needed here for both sides, and this is where the bloodbath begins, down toward the ramp position. Plenty of CTs throwing their lives at it. Seeing what sticks, and the 2 that remain on the T side. Nifi avoiding making sounds with the first one spotted, second man walking through the smoke! And it's overtime we're going to. RHYNO bring it back. An awkward continuation to the second half after, again, Kono got off on the right foot. Got to 12. 3 chances to close things out, but RHYNO said no. And this one, going more than just the distance. Going the old global offensive route of you need 16 to win. Into mid, Aragon. Great opening, Captain Recortado found, a second man spotted as well. But they just gotta look at Amster. Not gonna give him a chance, apparently, even in the fight. 1 and 2 at least found for CT side in return. Saltovsky found his blowing up the smoke. Birgio found his fully blinded. A little bit of luck goes a long way here, but again, an A side that has been left unattended. From CT, if he walks in, Saltovsky's been taken down while Peter decides to walk in the smoke. Wait as it fades. Pereira is on the other side. Aragon is even closer as well. There's the first one. A second spotted as well. Nife. Oh knows. Pereira just making noise, just jumping around, but there's no chance. Not in this round for the CT side of Connor to continue. There's RHYNO. Just like the animal, they're stomping about this one. Can't be stopped at this moment. They got to overtime. They're not going to stop winning these rounds just because they got here. The job's not done. There's still more needed. So, there we go. In mid, a duel against Captain Kurt got won this time yet again. And it was in round of 20 where he said Captain Kurt got his 20th kill. 6 rounds later, still stuck, has not been able to advance any further. Nor has Kono, for that matter. Amster finds one back, a second one that they're looking for as well here. Would have been the player on big box potentially, but that's not going to be happening until they decided to go out. Into the bloodbath that awaits them. Icarus keeps waiting. He's going to be baited in here. Position is great. 1 for 3 pretty much. And there's the one, make it a double as well. Beautifully done. A round decided just like that. With Saltovsky, an impossible situation. Cannot be dealt with. Portuguese taking on to 14. There is not a lot that Connor can do right now. They've lost all the answers. At least you have fast util. Control of mid is what Connor is looking for, but again, it's that ace side. Left weak at a vulnerable Saltovsky. Goes against it, doesn't want to go A. And I really am wondering why is this not being recognized throughout this game. It's only until that util goes out that they decided, okay, maybe we should be playing here now. Full retakes is what they're looking for, while spamming the smokes. There's Captain Kurt at least into position, finally finding one back into this game. But Mois needed a CT side to keep on feeding through the smoke. And into Pereira as he's collected himself 3 for this one. Shot down everyone that attempted to get close. Even as well now making a play into the smoke. If he's gonna know this, gonna recognize it at least, but they've managed to already get away with the first one. A second leg spotted. Now it's nothing but phantom footsteps he's chasing. A's been abandoned. RHYNO made the right call here. And they've got Pereira watching for this flank as well. Flashbanging hand. Sees him, and that's all the information you need. Second flash to go out. Nife has a kit. No smoke. But does have individual duels headed his way. But as he takes them, Pereira, the 4K goes his way instead. And goddamn. RHYNO, what? 6 rounds in a row now. From 12-9. Actually, 12-8. So, make that 7 rounds in a row. Not 3, but 4 chances that Kono had to avoid overtime. And here we are. And yet to find a single round. Now headed toward that T-side at least. Where, sure, they did have a good half. 7-5. But have they lost their mojo? Because RHYNO individually, they've woken up here now. Pereira, I get it, that's what I said. With him stepping up with the 4K last round, Icarus been performing throughout. Crazy as well has been picking up some good kills, and now we're going. Despite what was a rough beginning for him and Saltovsky sniping his head through a concrete block, he's bounced back very admirably as well. But apparently, we're continuing with the theme of A lurking. Here he is on site. Seabreeze not fully ready, losing control of the bomb site now, and Saltovsky holding for CT. The rotation's cut off. And I think we're finally back on Kono getting around, unless Pereira decides to step up here as well. Create a chance for his teammates. And him, or his teammate. And himself. Deep in Temple is crazy. Hoping for any avenue in. No being granted. Even worse, Shadow spotted. And the round about done. Unless, hold on, did you see? Molotov to lock them out. Wait a minute. Wait a second. Tries to bait him in, but that's it. That was all the only chance that was going to be presented. Says, well, we'll fight him. No AK to be saved. But I don't think that matters too much. Pereira, so far, he's shown that he really has that dog in him. He's willing to take these fights and he's willing to win them. This time, again, it's that A play that yet again works out so many times. And I think only once we've really seen a duel when it comes to A main control. A couple of times in the first half we saw, I think, Icarus tucked himself into a main, going for that flank and lurk. But a couple of times we haven't. Way more times we haven't. It's been that A play that's been made for free for both T sides, which is an issue. Here, Captain Recortado finally picks up more pace and wants to get the second one as well. A site opened up yet again. And this time it's by sheer force that they get control. Bomb down at a 2 versus 4. I don't think this is going to be a round they attempt. Money is at least pretty damn decent when it comes to overtime, but it's not bottomless, it's not unlimited. (14-15) the scoreline. A double overtime potentially here. RHYNO, timeout. Last one that they have remaining. Well, for Kono, they've actually only called one. And that was to get themselves started in the game. They were down 0-4, called for a timeout. Fast forward, things are suddenly looking more like their way, 7-5 to half time. I haven't called one since. Oh. Tactical timeout apparently now. Or technical, excuse me, for RHYNO. Something needed to be fixed. Build up anticipation for this 30th round of the game. And apparently, yeah, okay. getting hit with a CS2. Alt-tabbing back into the game and out of the game is not working. Icarus had to restart his game. Don't know why that happens, right? I really don't. It's an issue. You all tab the wrong way somehow, and suddenly you can't click back into the game. It doesn't work. Wonderful Counter-Strike, but all is good. It's just gonna be a restart, I think, and all is good afterward. We can get this 30th round underway momentarily, so don't stray too far, but if you want to get some water, coffee, whatever else drinks you might need, now is your chance, unless you want to wait for that break. Icarus, he is back, and I think we should be a round restart away from getting things going. It seems like that is exactly the case. So, good to go with round number 30. Is it gonna be the end or not, however? That's the question. Those just tuning in, this is Kono's map pick. They were up 12-8. Yet here we are in overtime where RHYNO had a 15-12. Chance to close it out 3 times as well. Now, the one final one that they're gonna get. Well, let's go. Let's see it. How is this ending gonna be looking like here for round number 30? Or is it not to the ending? These are the questions, and we have the answers well. Headed your way right here, right now. Seabreeze into mid. Trying to dodge flashbangs, taking a fight as well, potentially, but double HGs are going to be dealing major damage against them. Cautious start for Kono. Not going to throw any of their players in for these fights. I'm sure I like that pre-fire as well. Just in case one is hiding in the corners. Test your luck with that smoke starter. The fate is not going to give away any real information anyways. The default is what Kono have gone for. Poltovsky. Shoulder spotted. Mates out to usual while Icarus takes a quick gander as well into mid to see if maybe a bullet or two could have hit its target. Not the case. I finally like this as well. We are now seeing one of the rare rounds where the CT side has not completely abandoned the A site. There is a defense set up here. It's going to be crazy. AWP ready to watch main. Seabreeze back into Donut, and he's going to look to exchange positions with Captain Kurtka. The question is, who walks further? Who does not see the other? And there's going to be Nifi as well joining. Smoke fades. Captain Kurtka, AK, has been good here in Donut, but there's that trade instead. And the action starts. Deep in CT. A tag. A shot coming in, but Saltovsky to find it. Yokobu's Hopper instead. Deep flash, deep control. This is the round coming to an end here. Man, disadvantage for the CT side, and now make it 2, make it 3, and all 4 down. Double overtime is needed here on Ancient. Maybe more with Kono coming back into the overtime here. Looking out of it, but fighting a little bit of their lost mojo in this second half of the overtime. And it really looked like RHYNO were just gonna steal this one away. 15-12. All they needed was that one round. The momentum was there, but the half switch. Captain Kurtka as well brought them back into it. Right, that one round he walks into Donut, double headshots. There's been a couple of those, but the one in overtime as well, at least. Finds him the mojo. And this time, an immediate change. CT side. Complete 180, the approach from how we've seen it so far. Aragon, however, yet again meets the sharp end of the AWP. Saltovsky hasn't been too kind to Aragon. Crazy lost. Or, excuse me, Saltovsky lost Crazy in the duel instead. Once more, taking fight. A missed shot is going to cost him as well. Important kill for Biryu. Well, Icarus is taking plenty of util down at his feet. A smoke as well, then if he threw down, allows him to walk out. Get this control for him and his team. With the second Molotov down at deep toward long, that's the control now completely cemented for the side of Kono. As more and more is being granted to them. Second matter they know is deep in mid. And that's all they have to worry about now. Seabreeze, who's not hiding his footsteps at all. Into Niffy. 16 on the board for Kono. 3 more to go. I do like that we're seeing a couple of different changes when it comes to Kono and their default. Just slight changes when it comes to this T side. Hold on. Icarus. Yeah. Shot in the back, but Aragon has got it away with a revenge kill finally on the Saltovsky. And into the position. This is gonna make Niffy's job that much more difficult, and now even more so as he's completely deceased. Hamster at least gets himself tucked into red room. Not gonna be a completely unexpected play. This has been happening once or twice already. The CT side will keep eyes on it. While Seabreeze lets this go, you're gonna instead see Aragon to take his place, holding this red room. And Captain Kurt as well. Was spotted already on A. They know they're gonna make that rotation. But Amster just plays a waiting game. Flashbangs, utility, and all that jazz out toward the side. There's Captain Kurt got down immediately while Video's on site, wondering which way to look. Duels for CT, a smoked out as well. A second, Amster finally shows himself. The bomb is not planted for the Molotov. Can't do much about this one. It's gonna be defused. Just in time. To get 16 while Amster, he'll get both the kills. It's unfortunately not good enough. A second makes the difference. The bomb plan, had it been different, Molotov would have blocked it as well, but not this time. Not this time. It's 16 to all instead. We're not going to see a sweep this time. Not a 3-0 sweep. We know that much for this first half of overtime. What's next? RHYNO again. Once or twice we've seen this now. Escorting a man into a main, then leaving Seabreeze now alone. Again, though. Alert through mid. A dead Captain Kurt guy expected. Sometimes that's all you need. How many times it's been done here as well? You start to expect it soon enough. You find a decent answer. Here's utility, however, plenty of it now toward that B site. It all depends on the entries, which Aragon will deny the first. Second one from Crazy, Diop edging the smoke. And something crazy needed. There goes 1 and 2 now, however, hold on. Let the CT side cook here for a bit as well, but now let the T side cook, but burnt instead. 17-16, this is going to be RHYNO. Lead at halftime. Game's still far away from ending with how things have gone so far, but this is the first time we're not seeing that sort of clean sweep. We're not seeing plenty of advantages to close things out. From 12-8 into overtime, RHYNO taking 15-12, 3 shots to close things out, and here finally the back and forth begins in round number, what is this? 33, 34? A lot of rounds have gone. But nonetheless, 33, 34. How's it taken us here? Fast B though! RHYNO, hello! This is how their T-side started. Lost the pistol, forced by it right into a B play. Here, however, BO has decided to take down 2 of his own as well. Gotta make it a 3rd as well? Okay, fighting another one, 4K for BO. Shot down to push all by himself. Damn. I'm still the only survivor, but that's one of the rounds of all time. One of the faster ones as well we've seen. Oh my days. Lining up for BO. I'm not sure about that second. I'm not sure what Recortado was doing with the Molotov, but nonetheless. Round done. Decided 17-17. Who gets the chance to close things out? Who gets the map point? Because remember, this is still the first map of the series. We've got Vertigo to go, potentially Dust 2 as well. Already having spent an hour and 15 minutes almost on this first map alone. Going the distance. Pereira. A bit of a monster here, 28 kills. Leads the charge. Ooh. Crazy's ready! And another one. Smoke spam and HE combination. Wombo combo, Icarus joins, a 3rd coming out. And now this round is turning out to be an A fake. I haven't seen a lot of those, which might make BO think about something. But at the same time, Icarus is not really showing too much skin here either, so Ldovsky didn't feel the need to call his teammate over that quickly, and thus 18 picked up. It's RHYNO who get it. Yet again, out of the question, is this gonna be the end or not? We're gonna find out. So don't go too far, get him. Triple overtime surely wouldn't be too crazy to ask for, but we'll see. We shall see. Also as well, when you look at the side of Kono, we had an incredible start from Captain Kurtka. But right now, the one to lead the charge is BO with 30 kills. First to breach it. Or second, him and Pereira. Speaking of, collecting another one. Icarus, however, down in mid. It's Amster that shut him down. Kono offering challenges and difficulties upon this RHYNO's path. Will the RHYNO be stopped is a different question. Low smoke on to B. A push from Niffy is going for as well. BO deep in mid. Because if this turns out to be an A play, there is a fast flank now then available if they want to. And Amster, the fact that somebody's here defending, one of the, you can probably count on your fingers how many rounds we've had these. Chances now for Kono. And yep, not expecting it at all. There's the first one. A second not found. Struggling too much, and now, is it gotta be 18-18? Yes, it is. With another one. Another overtime is needed here. And this game is still not coming to an end. The magic number was 19, now it's 22. Back from the break, and Counter-Strike will not stop. So let's get it. Let's see what RHYNO wants to get up to. Icarus, first one found, a trade. BO wanting to be the frag leader of this game, while Niffy wanted to join up as well into that conversation. Most impact delivered. I need the double, make it triple. Aaron going down. This is one of those rare rounds where actually that A flank, A lurk, is not going to matter. Bomb's been dropped to CT side. They've got it under control. Amster's tucked in mid. And Seabreeze has to navigate a very, very difficult wavy path. A real storm that he's got ahead of him, in which Amster will immediately say, no thank you, your ship will be sinking. Lead's taken. I want to see if RHYNO, though, keep up with these fast B plays every now and then. Because they've been sprinkling them in, or sprinkling these rounds in. They have been kind of nice. But last time they walked into Video, who delivered 4 kills. I do wonder what else is they gonna be, but game underway. Right over 38. Starting up here. Thinking which way the duel comes first. No matter for him. A frag has been found. A aggressive play from Amster, though. Gets him punished, and Seabreeze looks to make a play off the back of this as well. With mid-pressure, Saltovsky needs to leave the telltale on A. Which side is the duel's headed in from again? It's a question. With the 5-7 in his hands, he'll still find Icarus. Too close to the sun and whatnot, and Nife 1 versus 3. Oh, almost slipped in. But not this time. Recortado with the high ground advantage, sees the head, takes it down. But RHYNO, they pile up on this A play. A kill from Seabreeze. 1 man through red room, they know that's going to be a rotation, then slowed down. 19-19. Yet again, the back and forth continues. Recortado. Opening found in mid while on B. You've got Saltovsky getting away. Secondary out for him as well. Now 5-7. Again, it looks to deal the damage. Bomber gets dropped and tried to be chased down as well. Flashbangs are good. Crazy's even better. Double to bring it back. Both players, though, tagged up slightly wounded. But a very, very quick flank coming out for the CT side as well as Captain Recortado walk on in. Bomber denied. And one last man stands against the CT side. Get number 20 is Captain Recortado. Difficulties as the game has continued into the deeper depths of the game, but still has enough power to pop off here. But this as well, Saltovsky, I don't know how he gets away. A one and done being so wide, but does let us see a neat little crazy spray transfer. But still, we continue. Half to an end. 22 again is the magic number to end this first map. An hour and 21 minutes we've spent playing this so far. Why not add a couple more minutes to it? See what happens. Well, let's see if that's even going to be allowed. Kono with Nife starts. An opening found on B. Stopping the aggression, halting it for now while Crazy holds A main. Second man spotted, taking aggressive fight. One more is there. And Crazy maneuvering is good, but Biryu is even better yet again. Won't stop delivering. Beauty out of the AK, but Icarus here spots his wings, takes flight. And last man, they know where he was. Now they know where he is. Icarus, though. Dangerous game he's playing, taking this fight. But he'll still come out on top. He's not going to be melting the wings. It's 20 all. Again, we tie things up. We've got 40 rounds so far. I'm still thinking we might continue for a fourth one as well. Because why not? Why not? But here, it was a decent start, but Crazy delivers exactly what his team needs. An advantage to play with for a moment. But then Icarus came out on top in the end as well. A lot of back and forth. But this time seems like we're finally gonna have a more straightforward round from Kono, perhaps. I say, and then looking at them shuffling their minions all across the board here as well. Maybe not that forward after all. Maybe it is. Plenty of Molotovs. All of Cave cleared out, by the way. And that as well gives the information away. Koltovsky, quick shot adjustment is there. And what's next? With Amster to find yet another round of 21. Doesn't seem that far away. Caught between smokes, Pereira's head shown. And 21. Should be secured, and very much is at the moment. Neither Sea Breeze nor Crazy want to try this retake, and Crazy's even gonna lose his life. Couldn't run away in time. And last man, Captain Kurtka wants it. Chasing, hunting, finds it. 21 to Kono. One additional timeout in overtime. RHYNO. Time to make this one count. This map one hard fought. From 12-8 to down. Momentum for Kono. Everything going to their way. They brought it to overtime. They had a chance. Had 3 chances to close things out. And now we'll see if there is anything we can do. Bring it back to yet another overtime. Continue this game for a longer. And here we go. Icarus. Not gonna start spamming the boost. We've seen this once before. Maybe miss it another time as well. But into mid they go and into the first one. Sea Breeze to take down Captain Kurtka. Mid play that Kono tried to capitalize off of the timing potentially, but it's not allowed. And Pereira with another one toward that B side. Reveals a double op setup, at least should be, and that is exactly what it is. Crazy's not gonna start rifling, not now. Add layers to this. Double overtime is just moments away, but Appeario been good so far, been great so far. Some might even say. It looks to take down yet another one on that A site. His AK lulled for now as he picks up the AWP, but in mid there's more information that Kono still want. They're not committed to A. Don't have to be. Especially not now. Sea Breeze will find Biryu. That's the only man on A now dealt with. And information of 2 CTs given away on A now puts them back onto B site. Into Aragon. He looks away at the wrong time. Will find himself caught, but seems like double OT instead. But let's see. Saltovsky. No utility to deal with him. Util to deal with the CTs and the AWP as well. The weaponry is there. But walking through the CT smoke. That's the play. First one found. 8 HP, barely survives. Molly on the bomb, perhaps that seems to be the play. There it goes. Flies on in. But it's not good. It's not going to hit the mark, I say, but yes, it does. And that might be exactly the time that Saltovsky needs. Seabreeze back on it. And a couple of seconds to make the difference. Now running on in a Tech 9. A 1v3, and it's closed down. This round, this game. What is Vertigo? And why is it such an polarizing map? I think that that's just an answer that, you know, doesn't really need explanation. It's just kind of been ruined. But that's a completely different topic. For now, we'll focus on the round itself. As first one, RHYNO, one set of util on Aragon, a smoke and a Molotov. That's all they have. Pure Glock 18s on everyone. Captain Kurtka. First one spotted, second one seen. Dinked down to 6 as he runs away. Nife. Second delivered, immediately RHYNO down to 3 versus 5. This is not doing them any favors, even if they do have that utility. A site's been opened up so much in these, or in the most recent edition of this map, that a smoke and a Molotov is not going to be all you'd really need anymore. You need a whole lot more than that. And you need firepower to do so as well. And none of that, apparently. None of that business here. It's kept flawless. If the dual Beretta is collecting 3. And Kono, pistol in the bag. But this time, unlike on map 1 as well, there's no bomb plan here for RHYNO. They can't really do much off of it. So, no real threat of losing this second round. And so, move on. A slow start, however, seems to be for RHYNO. Don't blame him. Rounds like this, I really don't mind if the T side, they just want to play really slow to bait out utility, but here that's not happened. Instead, they tried to play a little bit more slow to see if that CT side is willing to give them that utility, but all they get is lead. If this time collecting 4, 1 up, and if we continue this trend, a round up 3 should be an ace, but we'll see, we'll see. But nonetheless, good round out of the CT side. Obviously no casualties. This is just a full bonus round and nothing else for them. Holding, good angle, good crosshair placement. Second one as well, spotted falling back while Icarus in the meantime had found Saltovsky. CT side, 1, 2, and 3 down. Alright, going with a little bit of echolocating. This round is already done. Amster as well, down through the wall. With our one final mad video. Okay. He's got something. Couple of kills, some damage. And no more. But alright, that's a good round. There's not much else to say. It's just a very straightforward A play. You find an entry, you make it a double very quickly. Kono outclassed in round 3. Obviously, the entire round and dynamic changes if Pereira's not the one to get that opening kill. Instead, be the victim, but Not having to worry about that. I assume that has to be a failed smoke. Slows down the plans for RHYNO. Though how much, I don't know, because it's not like they have the entire forces here instead. Instead, they decided to spread around a bit more. Focus slightly more in mid, see what this brings. Challenge on B. It's Icarus to win it. Amster has been victimed, or has been made the victim. Well, now CT's. He's about to strike back one at a time, but it's not that easy. Very caught in the rotation. The B side's been taken over as well. We're looking at the end of round number 4 very quickly as well, because the CT side is sure as hell is not going to try this. Early parts of the game, you don't have economy built up. You've still got a majority alive. This will be just fine for next round. But RHYNO now 2 rounds in a row. Right, obviously the A round itself is pretty nasty with Aragon's wallbang. Herrera's opening. Saltovsky immediately gets the chance as well, but only reveals his position. No kill comes from it, no damage. Something cheeky on B. Captain Kurt got the boost. Not sure how much I'm a fan of it, but plenty happening here. Sea Breeze, I'm not sure if he did actually see Saltovsky or not, but a flash, a swing, plenty of targets. Hard to decide which one he wants to go for. And Saltovsky keeps holding, will find one. An opening immediately replied to as well. Well, again, trying to make their move through mid. Is Saltovsky into the open. To Aragon with Icarus finding the second man on B. Round number 5 in the bag. These rounds now very comfortable for RHYNO. It's this... It's kind of the same sort of a sloppiness out of the CTs that we had on map 1, where on Ancient you can absolutely just play the entire game without ever really playing the A side fully. But when you... Or when both sides were suffering from those A plays, the A lurks so many times, you kind of expect something to change. Now here as well with... You know, just kind of walking into mid. I'm seeing some resemblances to that. Even that last round as well, I think there was very much pressure from RHYNO in mid. Where again, they did manage to catch Kono off guard, so... I hope it doesn't get out of hand, but a timeout definitely will do nicely here for Kono as well to kind of discuss what they're doing. So back into it now. CT side, what they have remaining. From saving, from buying back up. It's still gonna be a decent buy. Pretty good. What a complete full buy. The only thing they're missing is really an AWP, and even so, that's always optional. lot of teams and even opers who don't even always mind, but just pick it up whenever they feel like it instead. This time it's more of a financial sort of decision here to be made. Well, now it's going to be a playthrough ramp, blow up the smoke. It's going to be one in the open. Captain Recortado wasn't ready for that. And no assistance comes through either from the Nife in this case. Able to do anything, and Seabreeze. A freebie. It's one by one of these openings have been found. It makes it very difficult now for the T side, or CTs, excuse me, to continue on the defense, and apparently even more so now with every single one of them taken down. Chances slipping away. Amster, 1 versus 3 required. That is not happening. His journey ended only at 1 kill as RHYNO. They continue. Now things are starting to look a little bit rough here. This very much at least feels more of a RHYNO pick in terms of what the success is looking like. When it comes to map number 1. And you can definitely see as well, Kono, inexperience on this map right now is... It is showing itself in terms of positioning and how they're playing some of these positions. And situations as a whole, but... touted as a slightly more T-sided map, perhaps. We'll see if it continues. That sort of trajectory as the game as well continues. Maybe Kono's second half is something about a bit more better, or maybe they just need to collect something here first on that CT side as well. Which, Amster defending aggressively behind the smoke on A, or B, excuse me. Keep getting these names wrong, but doesn't matter too much. Seabreeze doesn't get much wrong here. He's got an opening. Looking for the second one as well. Video now decides to go jump spotting instead. There's no real need right now to call anything toward that A side, and in fact, very much confident it is going to be that B play, and they're not going to be wrong about it. Behind the box as well, there goes number 1. A trade immediately over the CT side, and utilities started to go in as well. A flashbang or 2 will do. As the entries, Nife still stands to defend as well, but him and the video now line up 1 and 2 again, but running out of ammunition. Unable to reload in time. Even when the rotation was there. It was not good enough. Something for the CT side, perhaps? Double opening and a Molotov drop, but they're still testing it! Saltovsky, that is a mistake! Doesn't hear them running up and just walks into the open, the man advantage thrown away. A massive mistake, almost a blunder. Flash with the swing at least, gets rid of crazy for now. Take back the advantage. You still need to close out this round, and that's always not easy. Especially with what we've seen so far, but RHYNO finally being pushed in a round. Steps of video as well have been heard. See, Icarus, they should know. Elevator, more likely than not, is going to be freed from the CTs. And their influence. There goes the first information, first check. Bomb to be planted. If he finds the first, and above he goes. A second one found as well. This time they'll close it. But what else? Fast back onto the B side. This is where the entries have been pretty damn easy to get. Hamster finds himself completely blinded for a prolonged duration. Pereira, it would take one, Crazy takes the second. And there goes the use. He'll just make this advance easy as possible. Smoke as well, hold on, Crazy. Allowed a lot of freedom with the smoke with this util. RHYNO not really fully cemented on that B side just yet. Still gotta be cautious. Fate. Waste close. Bomb yet to be planted is still an issue, but that does now cause a couple more issues as well. Not even more. But Icarus says no thank you. Says issues end here and now. Playing within the smoke as well. He has the information. They might as well just go past it, but that's the first one found as well. Now one more is needed. A USB pulled out. Saltovsky does check it. Not gonna let it go. Will not let this one slip away due to a error in checking positioning, checking your corners. And finally as well, a good round in terms of getting anything on the board here for Kono. They've managed to now stop a B play from happening. Which until now has pretty much looked like it's free real estate every single time. So some success now being found, but more is absolutely still needed. They gotta first get rid of that T-side economy. That's how you finally get things started on your side as well. Gurka, keep spamming away. One found, a flash dodge. Sea Breeze will instead take it. And again, more pressure. I like the fast pace from RHYNO in these rounds. Oh, you don't like that. No one likes that. Ife, least of all, that's crazy. He'll be the one to continue for that second as well, while in the meantime, Icarus, he's found B. Leaves Saltovsky. 1 on 2, makes it doable. A smoke as well being picked up here. Time to let him cook around here. Bomb has been planted. But surely no chance. He'll check Icarus. You say that. He'll go searching for it, but AK is ready. Instant headshot, that's how you win the fight. There you go. RHYNO right back to it. Keep waiting with the MP9, just trying to bait them in for Saltovsky. Make it easy for the M4 that they have. Well, I just mentioned as well that I like how RHYNO have been sort of fast in these rounds. Here's the change-up. Good utility as well. Molotov burns the boost off of short completely. For the moment, Connor will be playing this without any real information. Give an eye to kill feed as well. Here is in mid Aragon. Might be Aragon soon if he's not careful. And here. Down he goes. A play toward the B side. Amster awaits and he'll be the one to get that information. First one found. Two more spotted. On the side, Icarus will still find yet another one. With 25 to clock here, CT side, they have an advantage. Play with that. But that's what they're doing. Saltovsky and Nife, they'll both pressure this. Put even more on this defense. Make it difficult for Pereira, but one found and two more to go. And the ones on the side, this is an isolated duel for the moment. As he looks to thread the needle. It's Saltovsky's bullets that fly at him instead. The vision goes both ways. Kono finding a fifth here. Right, no matter how they ended this half now, 6-6, 5-7, that will be enough to at least play that second half out. But in terms of who's had control, who's had the actual better game so far in Vertigo, it's undoubtedly RHYNO. So I'm very much looking forward toward that second half to see if that continues. Or maybe that is more where Kono have put their practice in. If any, it comes now to Vertigo, because you can still plug out that D side and kind of. But right here, right now, we spoke about how the free as well that B side has been the past rounds. Yet again, yeah, that's kind of the same. Util goes out, Molotov HE. Bomb to go down and has been planted as well. Down a man here, CT side, they're receiving second smoke in their spawn as well. Make that journey even more gruesome. But it's crazy. Up first, he'll have help as well, and apparently he'll have more than a head to take down as he wants this fight. One last man, his name's Saltovsky. Got a no-scope in it, but anymore? A quick scope, yes. Shadow, okay. Spot that Icarus down, but that's the round. We'll at least take some stat padding toward the end of the half. But RHYNO, nonetheless, will take a 7th from it. Very much looking in control of this map now. Because, again, it's that B side. There's not a lot of change up in terms of where we've seen Kono playing these positions. And you can see it's just easy pre-firing for, or pre-aiming for RHYNO and the company. Slow to start here again, just waiting. Seeing if there's any information either team want to give. Or perhaps if RHYNO would have liked to go for a push down a ramp as well, but instead, a boost up ramp. And down goes Pereira. On toward the A side, a second headshot from the Glocks. This time is not enough to finish off the man. Utility goes out, headshots coming in, T side, they look to take over the bomb side while the USPs miss a couple of shots. But it's costly on both sides, and if it's the one to continue this push as well, deep into heaven. Well, in from behind, Crazy finds one. Leave it underneath it. Running into CT, there's already Icarus who hears the steps, who knows. Ready for it? Yes, he is. Nife down to one versus one with the bomb plan to be put down. Plenty of time to make his adjustment, and he's ready for Crazy as well. Jumping up, sending yet another to their graves. Kono, both pistols now on Vertigo picked up here. And Nife more than just a player of the round, player of the match right now for Kono. 20 kills. I mean, one hell of a map so far to keep his team in this one. Sure as hell isn't too much else to go their way. A lot of rough treatment. You're gonna probably have a replay of those first half's entries on B, and they're half of the time they're gonna look the exact same round from round. Nope. Through mid. One spotted, second one as well, both taken down. And the CTs, slowly but surely, should be done here, and there you go. Icarus gone, one to go, and easy enough. Things will be tied up here. Now, I do want to see, like I said, this T side is going to be an interesting one because I don't know how much Kono really put into this. Or put into this map. So, you can still plug it out. You can absolutely play an interesting choice to say. Yeah, that's the wrong screen. Unfortunately, there we go. End up looking at the last maps, or last match's score there. And as I was saying, right, you can play a huggy vertigo, absolutely. But you're also playing against a RHYNO that looked very comfortable in that first half, so there's a limit to how much you can only pug it out, but for now, only a theory nonetheless. The B side to be taken over as well as Amster, who finds one, that's all they had. Well, in mid, the CT side have made their presence known. They've made their stand. With one from Amster, a second one as well. That's easy enough. Low HP on Crazy. And the bomb planted, information given. Now let's see what Pereira's got. Sadly, nothing. There you go. 1 and 2. Entries found for Kono here. With presence in mid, this time being shot down. And Captain Recortado looking up toward the A side. They'll at least get dinged, but this round is suddenly falling apart. The look of every single thing imaginable. You had a play toward the B side. That was stopped for a moment. The bomb rotation rotating back towards A with Captain Recortado. His lurk making this round possible now, especially with that kill on the Pereira. They're gonna keep this round there. It's not gonna get too far. God, it's crazy. All he can do is hope to keep the AWP alive. And that, unfortunately for him, is not going to succeed. 7 picked up here now with Kono. 4 in a row to start off, then how do we say any more about 4 in a row? That's how the first map started. Second half, Kono at least won that pistol, but then it was 4 in a row for RHYNO. Out of these streaks, but is it going to continue? MP9s and 5.7s, the only thing now for the CT side. They're going for the half buy here. A different approach, but yeah, I can absolutely respect it. Utility, great. Ammunition, also great. A short push, not so great. Even covering as well, Saltovsky will find yet another one to add to the infinitely increasing pile of bodies. Zebreeze, fighter flight will be going for the fight, and Saltovsky down he goes. But all things considered, there should be no more than one casualty, and there will not be. As Kono, they do want to kind of put us back on track on terms of schedule, apparently, with now 10 being picked up. Back in the game. Now, let's see. RHYNO. You lose this, you're at least putting yourself in a real tough position, but... let's see what they have in store. Because so far, they have been pretty damn good. Map 1 gave one a hell of a fight. But right now, when you look at the actual fragging department, Nife is head and shoulders above anyone else. The next one you have would be Icarus at 14. You had him in the head as well. Last few games, well, month or two. 17 games played. 17 maps played. He's been putting up a 1.27 rating. It's been pretty damn impactful. Seems like RHYNO might need some of that impact right about now. Bring them back into the game. If not, who else is going to be stepping up here? These are the questions. Plenty of util now toward the A site as well. Kono have it. They seem to back off from this. Continuing with the utility. They're just going to keep that CT side interested on A. And Captain Kurtka looks to continue his lurking yet again. RHYNO. Almost perfectly reading this. Kato spotted, though still Captain Kurtka takes this one and another! A third, not, but still is good. Now caught in rotation, 20 seconds and back to A. Kono played himself here almost. Not fully believing the play from Captain Kurtka. Now the rotation's gotta be made. They're already here. The bomb stopped once, stopping twice. Nife 1 versus 3 is not it. Then we're gonna turn it around into a fake. A lurk from Captain Kurtka turns to 2 kills, almost a third, and they think they've got the time to run back, but not happening. Into the trap they go. They laid it by themselves. Round 19. The CT side potentially back on track. We'll see how long that continues. This one goes out and Captain Kurtka this time faster. Leads the charge, couple behind him as well, but a shot from Crazy will hit. I say a couple behind him, no one was actually ready to trade. No one behind him that quick. Video still finds one. The upper move from Crazy, as he's still looking for a second. A follow-up to give more potential for the round. If that CT side even more interesting than they already are on A. Real play being made is free B side at the moment. Smokes down, util down, CT side. Out for the count almost as well, it seems. Biddy as well, he's stayed quiet on A and will find himself in free B. And even the closing touches. RHYNO, they got one back, but now it's Kono instead to strike it, limit their success to only that one round for the CT half so far. Seven rounds played so far for the second half, and 6 of those have gone to the T side's way. Currently, Nife, I think a 130 ADR is what he's delivering us. Maybe 135 as well, somewhere in that range nonetheless. And individuals, that was the promise of what's gonna seal this game. What's gonna make the difference, and right now you're absolutely seeing that from the side of Kono. Map 1 as well. So many moments. Even the last round, quite literally, Seltovsky 1 versus 3 to close it out. 18 HP. Still did it, and such vertigo is here. Good HE, good Molotov as well. Icarus feels the damage on the B side, while we're now on A beautiful spray. A 3-piece for Captain Kurtka. Out of the troubles. They've begun. They might end soon as well, but this round leads us to 12. With Gono. It's not their map point, but this one, exact same situation as on Ancient. 12-8. And right now, looking a step ahead of RHYNO for the second half. It was this T-side, right? You can play it off the individuals. You can, as I kind of said, pug it out almost in a way. Hasn't been completely pugging it out, but it has been looking for these entries. It has been turning some of these rounds into defaults and lurking it out toward that A-side like we've seen once or twice. And why change what's working? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's the mentality right now, but yet again, patience delivers one more to Captain Kurtka. He's not done. 17 HP? 16, excuse me, but he's still going for it. Wants to even more, and this time that at least is going to bring back the CT side. 4 versus 4. I like the positioning here as well. They're sticking on ramp. When those smokes on A ramp as well start to fade, they'll get a fair bit of information. They can hang on more toward that B side. And here's that util that will keep them completely locked in on B. But I do wonder if this is now going to be looking how successful. Because now CT side, they have all the information. It's that entry. Amster's been really good when it comes to pre-aiming positions so far. Not an instant headshot, but it's still a kill. CT side as well, they take 2 for 1 so far. Now it's just last 2 remaining. Amster is 16 HP. Needs to come up big time. Up against 3, stuck on default. The first one is all he gets. As he gets run down. I regard to get it. RHYNO now to 9. And that's a round with many layers for RHYNO. It's that first kill they managed to get back on A. They find Captain Kurtka, they see there's no trade attempt, there's no follow-up on this, no utility, nothing of the sort. I think it was Aragorn and Pereira, or could have been Seabreeze, who both stick around on ramp. They clear it out, some utility on B, and a very swift rotation and a mass, but this time there are attempts to trade on ramp, but it's also a massacre going both ways. 2 out of 3 down on both sides, down to 2. Video and Amster versus Icarus and Crazy. For what is the entire game and its survival right here, right now. RHYNO cannot afford to falter. Icarus with an MP9 only. Crazy has all the information at least towards the A side. But mid has become a question mark. So has the rest of B here for Icarus. He doesn't know if they're gonna be walking up ramp or not. Very much risky business at the moment. An A or B. That's the decision. It will let us know where we're headed. Crazy. Taking the angle. Headshot coming through. And Kono 1 kill away from this 2-0. Might have played all 3 maps worth of rounds here, but this one is 1 kill away. Icarus and the MP9. It's not happening. It's Kono